All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another Green Sword Talks Battlebots prediction podcast. So I might as well talk about this now, because some of you might be waiting for the episode one review for episode one of Champions. I'm going to tell you right now that that is not going to be happening. So basically, what's going on is, I do want to do individual episode reviews, like what I was doing for the main competition with lots of my co-hosts. Due to college keeping me busy and lots of midterm exams going on right now, I just don't have the time for lots of this stuff. So yeah, what I'm basically choosing to do is I'm gonna do a prediction video because those don't take long to make. Yeah, I'm gonna put together a prediction video each episode, and then at the end of Battlebots Champions, we'll do kind of like one big review, basically. Like we won't go through each match one by one, like what I would normally do for each episode review, but we'll kind of build up on conversation, kind of summarize Battlebots Champions a bit, have like a Q&A type thing, something like that. And then there'll also be I do have future podcasts planned regarding like Destructathon, Proving Grounds, and so on. So there's still lots on the way, lots to look forward to. But now to what you probably clicked this video for. So, the BattleBots Champions Episode 2 bracket. This is going to be good because this is a really stacked bracket. 7 out of 8 robots made bracket this year, which is just nuts for this thing. Uh, yeah, and not to mention 3 of my favorite robots are in this bracket, those being Black Dragon, Hijinks, and Malice. Kind of had to wear this hat for this one. So the plan for this one is just going to be share my predictions and explain it a little bit, and as I usually do. And if you are so interested, feel free to comment down below your predictions for this bracket. Who you think will be advancing to the Golden Bolt bracket with Endgame, Sawblaze, Tantrum, and the robot that I did not expect to make the Golden Bolt tournament in the last episode, Shreddit Bro, which is nuts, but incredible though, because I was super happy to see Evan Arias really get things going with his robot and manage to provide such a dominant, out of nowhere performance during that episode. Yeah, good for him for being able to propel Shreddit Bro all the way to the Golden Bolt bracket. So it'll be incredible to see if Shreddit Bro can make it even further. But yeah, let's go ahead and start talking about this one and share who I think will be the one going to the Golden Bolt tournament with those 4 robots. So, all right, we'll lead it off with the top left where we got Blip versus Black Dragon to lead it off. So, this one, this one I fully expect to go to the judges. Both of these robots are well known for absolutely being able to tank shots from the other, and both these robots could give the other a lot of trouble in like their own unique ways. So I expect we're going to see a driving battle here, and I think this match is going to be determined based off of who controls the brunt of the first 30 seconds of this match. So as for my prediction for this one, I will be going Blip for this one. My reasoning for going Blip on this one, while Black Dragon is one of my favorite robots in the field, uh, Black Dragon just hasn't done that well against like lots of the main ground game opponents, at least. Like definitely a lot of their matches where they've gone up against major ground game opponents, they did not win the ground game against many of those. Sure, that wasn't the case with some robots like Mad Catter last season, the start of the Ribot fight, and their first meeting with Ribot. Uh, like Definitely, at least with robots that rely on winning the ground game, such as like, let's see, Hydra last season. Let's see, who else? Who else would there be? Whiplash, Ripperoni this season, and so on. You kind of see my point, basically. We haven't seen Black Dragon with the most powerful ground game. Not to mention, quite a few of their victories have been by outlasting their opponent. I don't think they're going to be able to outlast. I don't think they're going to beat Blip by outlasting them, because Blip is probably as much of a tank as Black Dragon is. We saw him go the full 3 minutes of Sawblaze and take who knows how many shots from that hammer saw. So Like, that definitely proves just how tanky Blip can be as well. So yeah, what I kind of see for this one, I kind of see a I don't really want to see a full 3 minute flip fest from Blip, but I think Blip is going to control the big majority of this match and be able to take it to, and be able to take a judge's decision victory in advance that way. Okay, so now let's move on right down below. Mad Catter and Bloodsport. So I'm excited for this one. I love both these robots, and I think this could be a high potential match. So yeah, we saw Mad Catter get past the first round before losing to the eventual runner-up and Huge, and then we saw Bloodsport this close to advance into the second round. They were winning against Lockjaw, had the weapon down, most wheels lost, or knocked off most of Lockjaw's wheels, but then self-righting hurt them in that one because they got flipped and they couldn't self-right, unfortunately. So I imagine Bloodsport was probably working in the test box to be able to be sure they can self-right for this one, because Mad Catter is absolutely a robot that can manage to get the flip on Bloodsport. And basically what I'm saying right there is that Bloodsport's ability to self-right is going to be important in this match, I feel. Because Calvin Eva is a very aggressive driver. He's going to be coming at Bloodsport quickly. So what I kind of see is I kind of see some horizontal armor setup for Mad Catter. And then Mad Catter's probably going to try and go for this fast box rush in this one. Try to slow down Bloodsport's spinner as quickly as possible. And then possibly flip them over or try to target the engine area at least. So for this one, I'm going to go Mad Catter for this one. I like Calvin Eba's driving ability. While Justin's definitely not a slouch at the driving controls himself, I think we're going to see Mad Catter on Bloodsport very early. And I think we're either going to see Bloodsport's weapon go down partway into the match, or we're going to see that self-righting issue really come into play in this one. So I think we are going to see a lot of huge hits from these two. I don't think Mad Catter is going to come out of this one unscathed one bit at least, but yeah, you kind of get the idea. I think Mad Catter is going to dictate the pace of this match pretty early on and win the fight that way. Okay, we'll go top right next. We got Fusion and Whiplash. This is one I'm actually really excited for. Like, combination that this is just a continuation of the rivalry between Team Waiachi and the Vasquez family, basically, because they go a long ways back. Like, and yeah, so yeah, because like, and not to mention we've seen many showdowns and Battlebots between these two families. Because like, let's see, we had Splatter and Warrior Clan in 2016. I don't think we had any Waiachi and Vasquez showdowns in 2018. 2019 we had Sao and Whiplash. 2020, Whiplash Hydra. The following season, let's see, we had Hydra Defender. And then this season already, we had Whiplash Hydra again. And then this time we have Whiplash Fusion. So yeah, as for this one, I think this is going to come down to a couple things here. So obviously one of them is probably the one that a lot of you probably are thinking of right now. Is Fusion going to catch fire? Because like we did see Fusion work very well in the Mulsifier and for the most part in the Witch Doctor fight. But then obviously it kind of drowned out a bit in the fights with Huge, Rotator, and Minotaur. And then But then the reason why I'm not going to count out Fusion, at least in this one, is with Whiplash. There's two things worth mentioning with Whiplash. One of them is they revealed in a picture they're going with their horizontal armor configuration for this one. So I always worry that Whiplash is going to fall into a trap that Witch Doctor nearly fell into when they fought Fusion, where they prepared really well for the horizontal spinner. They didn't prepare so well for the vertical spinner. So I definitely expect Fusion to lead with the vertical spinner for this one. But then the other thing to watch with Whiplash here is definitely Whiplash did not have the strongest season, even though they did make it to the second round of the bracket. From what I've heard, they've been having lots of issues with moving towards brushless, basically, like what many teams have had. Like, that's the whole reason why Rory managed to win the Sportsmanship Award from last season, because we saw so many teams adapt to a brushless system for this year, and then it wasn't working for a lot of them. So, but then Rory was able to. Rory's like an expert with this stuff, and so he was able to help lots of teams be able to get it all working and get their robots better functional. So for this one, I'm going to go Whiplash for this one. I think Whiplash, because I think as long as Whiplash is not having those brushless issues, I think they absolutely can tank quite a few shots from Fusion, and I think Whiplash can outlast Fusion in this one. So that's why I'm gonna predict a Whiplash victory for this one. I'm gonna predict Whiplash to advance in this one. Okay, right down below, Malice and Hijinks, Battle of Horizontal Spinners. So this one, Malice advancing to the second round before losing to Minotaur, and then Hijinks being the one lone robot in this bracket who did not make the main competition bracket. But Hijinks is definitely not one to underestimate, because that undercutter definitely delivers a powerful punch towards their opponents. But yeah, I think based on what we saw from the image Malice posted, I think they went with a similar configuration to what they went with when they fought Valkyrie, basically, where they went with the drumstick and then some extra armor or on like the extras on like the top and bottom of the robot, basically, to be able to take some hits from an opposing undercutter. So for this one, I'm gonna predict Malice for this one. I think Malice has definitely been kind of like the more consistent robot between the two of them, because Hijinks has definitely had quite a few issues of their own, whether it's the weapon not working right, the drive not working right, and I think when Hijinks has both of those working, Hijinks is absolutely a force to be reckoned with. We've seen that in past seasons. But the fact that we just haven't seen lots of that consistency is why I'm leaning towards Malice on this one. I do think if Hijinks was working at 100% in this one, I think they absolutely have a good shot at taking out Malice, because there's quite a few major areas Hijinks could bite into on Malice compared to vice versa. But it should still be an exciting fight either way. But yeah, that consistency is why I think Malice is going to win lots of these weapon on weapon exchanges, and then why Malice is going to be one to come out on top in this one. So, yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alright, so here are my round two matchups I set up here, where I have Blip and Mad Catter taking on each other, and then Whiplash and Malice. Two fights that I think could be excellent, high entertaining showdowns. So we're going to start off with Blip and Mad Catter, because I like to go left to right. So with this one, this is just going to be a driving war between these two. Aaron Hill and Calvin Eva, both terrific drivers at the sticks. Not to mention this also come down to, I think this will be a similar type thing to Blip and Black Dragon, where I think the outcome of this match is probably going to be determined in the first 30 seconds of this one. What worries me about Blip in this one is not really whether they can win the ground game on this one, but how well are they going to be able to take the shots from Mad Catter? Because I think Mad Catter has a more effective and more destructive weapon than what Black Dragon has. But then, on the other hand, though, I don't think I don't think Mad Catter can take the flips that Blip can dish out as well as like Black Dragon could. I see Mad Catter as more offense type robot, and compared to them in Black Dragon, at least for this. So what I kind of see here is I think Aaron Hill's going to need to drive a perfect fight in order to be able to take this one. Because I think the second Mad Catter gets underneath, they're probably going to start crippling the ground game on Blip, which is going to make it harder for Blip to be able to get underneath Mad Catter. So for this one, I'm going to go with Aaron Hill on this one. I think Aaron Hill can absolutely put on a driving clinic for us in this one and be able to toss Mad Catter in the air a bunch of times. I think I'm going to predict a knockout by Blip in this one because I'm not sure how well Mad Catter can take the flips, at least in this one. I think they absolutely have the durability to take quite a few, which makes me think that I think this will probably be like I think there will be less than a minute left on the clock in this one, but yeah, I expect this one to be a good fight, at least, assuming this happens, because keep in mind, these are predictions. We could absolutely see Black Dragon and or Bloodsport in this one, too, so. But, yeah, I think I'm gonna lean towards Blip on this one. I'm gonna lean towards Aaron Hill putting on a driving clinic for us and advancing to the next round by dictating the pace and controlling this match. Okay, right side where we got Whiplash and Malice. So for this one, I kind of expect Whiplash to use horizontal armor for this one to be able to deflect some shots from Malice's spinner and then control the fight with the lifter. And then with Malice, I kind of expect them to use what they're using in that image right there. Well, maybe not exactly, because what I kind of expect is them to go with the drumstick and then forks for this one. What they use for most of their matches this season. So yeah, as for this one, definitely if Whiplash, definitely those brushless system concerns aren't a thing, at least. If they have those working, I think Whiplash has this one. So, so what I kind of see here is my big concern, though, with Malice, at least, and I probably could have addressed this one in the hijinks one as well, but basically the gears, at least on Malice, connecting to the weapon, it sounds like those have not been working the greatest. At least sounds like they have been having some issues with those, which kind of which kind of has caused them some weapon problems, at least throughout the season. Like their speed controllers have been working great. Like their speed controllers have been working great to keep Malice's weapon spinning and keeping it spinning at like a really fast speed. So but yeah, I think Whiplash can absolutely tank some of the shots that Malice can give out, and then I think Whiplash does have the. I think while Malice does have some good push power in the robot, I don't think it's at the same level that what Whiplash has, and I think we're gonna see Whiplash controlling this match with that lifter for the full 3 minutes and be able to win it by a judge's decision. But that should be exciting too. So yeah, I'm going to predict Whiplash advances to the next round. So, next one. Okay, so this match look familiar at all? So, but keep in mind that these are just predictions too. Like I absolutely doubt that my predictions are perfect in this one. My bracket was definitely beyond not perfect in the last episode because definitely saw quite a few differences in my bracket from the last episode compared to the actual one, what actually happened in the episode. But okay, so with Blip and Whiplash for this one. So with this one, I see Whiplash coming out with the vertical spinner for this one and some ground game like setup for this one. To try to get underneath Blip and then control the fight with the spin and the lifter. And then Blip's strategy probably would be the same as if they fought Mad Catter and Black Dragon. Get underneath the opponent, flip it up into the air, come with some sort of big ground game setup for a ground game robot like Whiplash. So I think this is just going to be another driving match basically between the two of them. And whoever dictates the pace of the match, controls the brunt of the fight, is going to be the one to take this one. So for this one, I'm gonna go Blip for this one. I'm predicting Blip goes all the way in this one and goes to the Golden Bolt. So yeah, my reasoning for Blip on this one is like I like Blip's ground game setup. I think it's gonna be superior to Whiplash in this one, but just because I like the magnet setup, I'm not sure if Whiplash uses those too by chance. I'm not certain about that, but yeah, I think Blip's ground game is going to be superior to Whiplash's. They're going to win it early on, and they're going to dictate the pace of most of this match. But I think this one's going to be a little more back and forth than what we've seen. I think this will be a pretty back and forth control battle between the two of them, and I think we're going to see a good fight between these two. So yeah, my pick is going to be Blip to advance to the Golden Bullet tournament, but I think we could see an excellent control bot battle. So okay, so here are my takes for this one. I have Blip, Mad Catter, Whiplash, and Malice advancing to the second round, with Blip eventually going to the Golden Bolt and Whiplash being the runner-up of this one. So yeah, clearly, I think this will be a great episode because like we got 7 out of 8 robots who made the top 32, and many of these are just huge names in the field. So, like, this is absolutely a stacked bracket, and I think that's going to really come into play with this one and provide us with some serious entertainment for this episode. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this video. So, thanks for watching this one. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button as usual, and comment down below your predictions. I always love hearing what you all have to say and what you all think will be the outcomes of the upcoming episodes. So be sure to tune in to Discovery, Discovery Plus, Amazon, YouTube, wherever you access the season, and check it out when this episode premieres, because I think we're in for another fun night. So once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!